The group is leaving. You are not going with them. The fire moves farther away. The tools are in their hands. The food is packed on their backs. A few people look over their shoulders, but no one stops. Then the voices begin to fade. For a moment, the worst part is not hunger. It is the silence. No one is watching your back. No one is keeping the fire alive beside you. No one knows where you will sleep tonight. The sun is going down. The grass moves somewhere ahead. Maybe it is wind, maybe it is not. In modern life, being left out can hurt. For early humans, being left alone could become a death sentence. Because exile did not just mean losing people. It meant facing the world without the one thing humans were built to survive with: the group. Modern humans still react strongly to exclusion. A friend group stops inviting you. A team pushes you out. Coworkers go quiet when you enter the room. A family conflict makes one person feel like an outsider. Even being removed from a group chat can feel sharper than expected. The body may react before the mind can explain why. Your chest tightens. Thoughts keep repeating. You wonder, what changed? Today, exclusion usually does not remove every source of safety. There are grocery stores, locked doors, hospitals, phones, cars, 911, and emergency services. Still, being cut off can feel strangely physical. That reaction begins to make sense when we look at a world where belonging was not only emotional, belonging was protection. Why was exile so dangerous for early humans? What made being pushed out different from simply spending time alone? The answer may be simple. A prehistoric group was not only company, it was food, fire, memory, defense, care, warning. Shelter spread across many people. Losing the group meant losing more than friendship. It meant losing backup in a world where backup could decide survival. Picture a small human band moving through a dangerous landscape. No store waits nearby. A doctor is not coming. There is no police force, written map, or emergency call. Survival depends on people. One member remembers where water appeared during the last dry season. Another knows which plants once made someone sick. A skilled tracker reads marks in the ground. An older person carries stories about storms, predators, safe paths, and past mistakes. Someone keeps the fire alive. Others watch children, share food, carry tools, repair weapons, or notice danger early. No single person holds every answer. The group carries survival through many bodies and many memories. Inside that network, one person's weakness can be covered by another person's strength. A bad day becomes survivable because someone else is watching. A wound becomes less dangerous because another human stays close. Exile breaks that network at once. That is where the real danger begins. A lone person faced too many problems at the same time. Finding food was difficult. Keeping it could be even harder. Without shared fire, night became colder and darker. With no watchers nearby, sleep turned risky. One human could not rest and guard every direction at once. Injury carried a different weight alone. A twisted ankle could slow movement. A cut might become infected. The wrong path could waste energy that could not be replaced. Even water required knowledge. A stream might look safe and still bring sickness. Food might be nearby, yet memory helped decide what was edible and what could kill. Predators were only part of the threat. Cold, hunger, infection, exhaustion, and confusion could be just as deadly. The group did not make life easy. It made life survivable. So exile was not simply losing people. It was losing the extra eyes, hands, memory, and protection that allowed one human to face a world too large for one body. That pressure helps explain why exile could become one of the strongest punishments a group had. Before formal law, small groups still had to protect themselves. Prisons did not exist. Courts came much later. Written punishments were not yet part of human life. Dangerous behavior still carried consequences. Someone who kept stealing food could weaken trust. A violent member might threaten children. A person who ignored warnings could endanger the camp. Anyone who abandoned others during danger might become too risky to rely on again. The group then faced a brutal choice. Keep that person close, and the risk remains near everyone. Push them out, and the punishment may become severe. Exile may have worked as a final boundary. It told every member that certain actions could cost access to protection, food, fire, and cooperation. That threat may have helped defend the systems small groups needed most: trust, sharing, care, warnings. and safety. The purpose was not always revenge. In some cases, it may have been survival. Because the cost was so extreme, the decision could not be treated lightly. That leads to the next question. What had to happen before a group reached that point? Early humans likely did not exile someone for every mistake. A failed hunt could be forgiven. Fear during danger might be repaired later. One bad decision did not automatically make a person useless. Small groups needed flexibility because every member carried value. A hunter could feed others. A caregiver might protect children. An elder could hold memories no one else had. A skilled maker might repair tools the group needed. Removing someone also cost the group something. Patterns mattered more than one moment. Did this person keep taking without giving? Had they lied again and again? Were children, food, shelter, or fire repeatedly put at risk after harm was done? Did they refuse to repair trust? Before written records, memory became evidence. People watched behavior. Stories carried warnings. Reputation helped decide whether someone deserved another chance or had become too dangerous to keep close. Exile was not just a punishment, it was the group drawing its final line. We cannot survive with this risk inside the camp. That line could protect people. It could also become dangerous when fear replaced truth. The mistake is thinking exile was only cruelty. It could be cruel. Unfair decisions were possible. A frightened group might blame the wrong person. Powerful members could push out someone innocent. Suspicion might become more important than evidence. Prehistoric judgment was not perfect. Still, the survival logic cannot be ignored. A small group could not afford endless danger inside its own circle. Trust had to matter. Food sharing had to matter. Warnings had to matter. Protection had to matter. If one person repeatedly damaged the systems that kept everyone alive, the group needed a response. Exile was terrifying because it turned a social decision into a survival consequence. It did not only say, "You are not welcome." It could mean, "You must now survive without us." That difference is what makes this ancient punishment so powerful. It also helps explain why exclusion still hits the human body so deeply today. Modern exclusion usually does not mean being abandoned in the wilderness. Losing a friend group does not remove every source of food. A breakup does not take away fire. Being pushed out at work does not leave predators outside the camp. Modern systems separate social pain from physical survival more than the ancient world did. The body, however, may not understand that immediately. Rejection can still feel like danger. Silence can feel like a warning. Being cut off can make the mind search for what went wrong. Part of that reaction may come from an older pattern. For most of human history, connection was practical. The group carried risk. It carried memory. It made survival possible. So when belonging feels powerful today, it may be because belonging once meant warmth, food, care, protection, and a voice in the dark answering back. The modern world changed what rejection usually means. The ancient body may still remember what it used to mean. Return to the edge of camp. The voices are almost gone. Firelight is shrinking in the distance. The path ahead is unclear. Behind the group is shared food, shared memory, shared warning, and many eyes watching the dark. For the person left behind, every problem becomes heavier. No one wakes them if danger comes. No one helps carry tools. No one remembers the safest way back. No one answers if they call. That is why exile may have been one of the most frightening punishments early humans could face. It removed a person from more than society. It removed them from the network that made survival possible. Laws came later. Courts came later. Prisons came later. Before all of that, groups still had boundaries, and distance from the group could become the most dangerous punishment of all. To be left alone was not only lonely, it could be deadly. Prehistory did not disappear. It still lives in the way we fear being left behind.